everyone in person here after such a long time. And yeah, in fact, I met some of our MoEngage team members today for the first time. A good number of them, so it's really refreshing to actually meet like the whole growth community here. For the people who don't know the roots of the growth community, so we started the growth community in 2018 to build a peer-to-peer learning platform that helps growth marketers to learn from each other and share best practices and kind of help and drive value for the companies that you work for. Right? We realize that there is no such kind of a platform which basically brings all the growth teams together. That's the kind of the initiative we started in 2018. Today we are a global community of over 10,000 community members, and especially we just have about 500 people today here at the conference, and we also have some of the MoEngage customers joining us online as well. So welcome everyone again, and I also want to especially thank some of our the speakers today, like who actually kind of taken time to share their learnings and best practice of driving growth for their own companies, so that all of you can learn from each other, right? So this definitely a strong community initiative, and it's only been possible with a lot of people coming together. We also have partners like AppsFlyer and Mixpanel also kind of supporting us in this initiative. Today, I mean, we do MoEngage Next on a biannual basis, where we share some of the company updates, product updates of MoEngage, and we also talk about how we are strengthening the ecosystem further, both from the community perspective as well as from the partner perspective. So I'll start with sharing like what we at MoEngage are focusing on, and it's also kind of it's a good segue from what Umang shared about how they are leveraging customer insights to drive growth. So to start with, I think if you look at today, every consumer brand needs to be customer-centric, and it's the only way to drive growth and offer a great customer experience. And to be able to do that, you need to offer you leverage these customer engagement platforms. But the challenge, if you look at the first generation customer engagement platforms that started off in the early 2000s, they tend to be very channel-centric. And if you look at some of the next generation customer engagement platforms that started off in the last decade, they tend to be very campaign-centric. What I mean by campaign-centric approach is that they enable you as a marketing person to create campaigns, create these various multi-channel workflows, but they don't empower you with the relevant customer insights. They don't help you understand where are customers dropping off in the customer lifecycle, and helping you understand which customer segment that you should target, helping you understand which sort of campaigns that you could run. And over the years, from the conversations that we have had with various companies, we realized that this is the biggest bottleneck for growth marketing teams and growth teams. Because of these limitations, they end up creating basic lifecycle campaigns and do a lot of business-led promotions. And we want to be able to change that. So we believe that it is a time for the whole industry to move from a campaign-centric engagement model to a more customer-centric engagement model. And how do we enable that? So if you're a consumer brand and if you want to be customer-centric and be able to drive growth, you need to start with unifying your customer data, unify and build a single unified view of the customer from all the data sources that you have, whether it could be on the web, offline, app, or even in any other data sources, right? And then you enable your marketing and product teams to understand customer insights. And these insights can be about where people are dropping off in the customer lifecycle, which customer segments need attention, which customers have propensity to churn, all sorts of insights which enable them to craft one-to-one personalized campaigns across all the channels that you have. You can engage with your customers. So today at MoEngage, we support over 10 channels through which you can engage with your customers in a very native fashion. And our positioning and our focus is to empower the growth teams with relevant customer insights powered by real-time data and artificial intelligence. So that's a big focus area for us. And thereby you can actually create the right engagement campaigns and create relevant personal experiences for your customers. And we believe that will help you as a consumer brand lead with insights and engage with heart, and help you deliver experiences that really your customers are. So that's what we stand for at MoEngage. I also want to share some important updates about the company, about MoEngage, how we have evolved, especially in the last 12 months. Today, MoEngage works with over 750 customers across all the different geographies that we operate in. We have customers across 25 plus countries, across various verticals that you see here. We have fastest growing internet brands like the likes of Flipkart and Ola and so on. And we also have some of the large enterprise Fortune 500 brands which are doing digital transformation as also as customers. And I'm proud to say that we are the fastest growing company in our space with a growth of about 100% in the last 12 months itself. And in terms of the team, I mean, as we grow our customers, we need to be very local. So we today have teams across 11 countries. We have a team of about 625 people across various functions: customer success, support, sales, marketing, product engineering. We have a large product engineering team, close to 180 people, where we constantly focus on innovating on an ongoing basis. We will share some of the important product innovations as well today. So we have teams in each of these countries across Southeast Asia, US, Europe, Middle East, Latin America is the US market where we also have local teams as well. And we also, with the customer first approach that we have had, we are glad to kind of see the customer love, and because of that we have been recognized as one of the top 5 global vendors by the likes of Forrester. So Forrester also talks about our insights as being a very strong capability of MoEngage and how we are empowering marketers with relevant customer insights. We're also the top rated company by Gartner in the multi-channel marketing space as well. We are rated as 4.9 from like over 350 reviews of our customers. So we really kind of thank everyone, thank all our customers for their trust, and that really is a strong motivation for all of us at MoEngage to really work harder on a daily basis. So that's something that we are really always excited about. And also coming to this technology scale that we operate at, today, if you look at over the last 12 months, we covered close to 1.2 trillion customer interactions. And that scale, if you look at it, March this year, it has grown 2 times since the March 2021. So that's the kind of the technology scale that we are operating at. We have customers as big as like 250 million monthly actives as well. So no customer is very big for us. And also what we have seen, especially in the last 2-3 years, is a strong multi-channel adoption. We have 91% of our customers leveraging MoEngage to personalize communications over more than 3 channels. So if you're a company that's not doing cross-channel, I think it is really the right time to do it. We also have seen strong adoption of channels beyond mobile like email and SMS. Both have grown significantly, especially in the last 12 months. And we also have seen adoption of the multi-channel journey builder sort of use cases and workflows and products. We are seeing like about 3 billion sort of user entries in this multi-channel journey workflows product that we have. And especially coming to some of the MoEngage is known for the deliverability capabilities that we offer. Because we know that we provide you with the relevant insights, the personalization capabilities, and support all the channels. But what really also matters is to be able to deliver the message to the end user, and that's very important. And just in the month of March, we delivered 9 billion more messages to our push amplification module, which would have gone undelivered. So push amplification, for those people who don't have a background, push amplification is a product that is a proprietary technology that we launched in 2017, which amplifies the delivery specifically on the Android devices because of the various OEM fragmentation that exists in the Android operating system. So that's the kind of the scale that we are operating at, and the kind of the value that we are offering with the push amplification product. We are seeing over 26% uplift in terms of delivery over the 5 days cloud messaging. So that's kind of the impact that this product is adding. So if you are a company which is not leveraging the deliverability capabilities, we also have a push deliverability clinic outside. There's a booth outside in which you can actually speak to some of our deliverability experts as well. We also put in a lot of focus on the email deliverability aspect, especially in the last 2 years. Today, our open rates that our customers see have an uplift of at least 30% over the business standards. Right. So coming to some of the latest product updates that we're launching today, I want to kind of give a quick recap of our focus on intelligence. We started our focus on intelligence where we moved from a rule-based approach of customer engagement to a machine learning-driven approach in 2018. And especially in the last 12 months, we launched like 4 different products which help you as a marketing or product person intelligently segment customers, optimize the customer journeys in a completely machine learning-driven approach, and also optimize the channel and the timing of messaging in an automated fashion. So thereby, we are completely removing the manual guesswork, and the platform is automatically optimizing towards higher conversions and engagement. Right. So we want to take it to the next level from the intelligence standpoint, and to talk about the next important product launch that we are doing, which we think is a game changer and makes the life of marketing and product teams very easy. I would like to start with playing a video.
Meet Jessica. She's a marketer who understands that keeping customers happy and engaged is vital for modern-day brands. Sounds easy? If only. Jessica spends a good part of her day manually gathering crucial insights. She's constantly wondering, how many customers are about to uninstall my app? Where is my traffic coming from? Are my campaigns running glitch-free? Who could I target for the next promotion? She ends up spending more time trying to figure, or should we say guess, which insights she has to act on first. And then move on to acting on those. Not to forget, there's still the laundry list of to-dos she has yet to get to. Sounds relatable? We have just the solution. Introducing Proactive Assistant. Things look very different for Jessica now. She doesn't have to waste time digging around for insights anymore, or wonder which might bring in more business, or spend hours acting on them. She gets all the insights served proactively to her, ready to be acted on, and they're all automatically prioritized based on the business impact. Proactive Assistant does it all. Oh, and there's more. It requires no instructions, no wait times, and no inputs from you. So be like Jessica. Become a customer champion with Proactive Assistant, and get ready to act on crucial insights served proactively to you.
So, isn't that exciting? Introducing MoEngage Proactive Assistant. I think what we realized over the years speaking with marketers is that, so if you look at the kind of segment of customers that we work with consumer brands with anywhere from tens of thousands of users to millions of users. And now for you as a marketing person, figuring out which customer segments to target, which campaigns to run, becomes very mind-boggling. Right, and you have all these all these tools where you can segment customers, but you need to put in a lot of effort to figure out which segments of customers you target and which segments of customers should be targeted for a given type of business, right? So we wanted to make it very easy. How about our machines running all the algorithms behind the scenes and surface those proactive insights which are actionable to you within the product, within the dashboard or on your mobile phone, so that you can quickly act on it. So these insights can be about customer segments. For example, we could say that there are a certain set of users who are about to sleep. So you might want to kind of take an action on that. So which means that you can probably create an engagement journey for those segment of users. So this sort of an insight which we felt that this is actionable and important and would be surfacing it within the product. And also, like if you look at segmentation, many times we put in a lot of rules saying users who have done a transaction at least 3 times and users who haven't been on the website for the last 3 weeks, all these sort of rules, right? So you always try to kind of create segments of users which have common traits. So how about us doing that for you? So we have auto segmentation, which is powered by K-means clustering, where we will automatically group customers based on common patterns, and then we will surface it for you. So we are today launching segment insights, but this whole product assistant will be enhanced further with insights around the campaigns that you're running. So you might be having hundreds of campaigns that might be running, and we will be surfacing insights of campaigns which need your attention. These could be campaigns that used to be worked very well before, but not working very well now. These could be campaigns which are actually performing lower than the actual benchmarks in the industry, right? And also there could be a lot of KPIs. For example, you all want to track KPIs, right? Like whether it is DA to MAU, sort of stickiness ratios, and so on. And how about us kind of checking all these KPIs, understanding an important KPI which kind of took a hit and which can be proactively served to you. And it might be coming on your dashboard, it can be coming to your Slack, it could be coming to any channel. So that's the whole vision of product assistant. It is going to be like a set of Alexa type skills which we will be adding on an ongoing basis and which will be surfacing different types of insights. Today we are starting with segment insights or customer insights. Tomorrow we will be adding campaign insights about your product catalogs, like which products could be valuable for you, insights around KPIs. So that's the sort of the thought process. And over time we hope we can actually even open it up to kind of developers to build kind of skills on top of the platform. So that's a vision that we're working towards. And if you look at one important difference here is that the platform will be different on day 30 and day 360 and day 71. So that's the kind of, the platform is more constantly evolving, ongoing basis based on the kind of campaigns that you're running, based on the data that we are seeing, and also based on the feedback that you're giving to these insights. So you can give feedback whether you like an insight, so that way we also understand the feedback and not give those type of insights. You can also share those insights to your campaign manager to act on it. So all of this is powered within the proactive assistant product. We are really excited about this launch, and we think this will be a game changer for the whole industry as a whole. And we really can't wait to see how we can utilize the product. And coming to the next important product announcement, I would like to invite Nalin, who is our product, to talk about the next important product.
Thank you, Ravi, for sharing all these wonderful highlights, as well as how we are using the power of platform and machine intelligence to bring more insights proactively to our customers. Next thing that we are going to unveil is a big addition to our platform. It's a new channel of communication, a channel which can trigger highly interactive conversation, which is having very high reach as well as high engagement. Any guesses? Okay, no point for that. We are introducing WhatsApp as a native channel on MoEngage. WhatsApp is one of the most engaging channels out there. And why it is engaging? Because it is highly reachable. You can do multitude of use cases like promotional or transactional messaging on WhatsApp. It comes with a rich media support, which is you can send out the files like images or videos or documents or anything else on WhatsApp. It will also power the interactive conversation, which is it can sync the two-way conversation which you can have with the customers, which is the brand can send a message to a customer, and when the customer responds to that message, the brands can kind of reply back with a structured chatbot kind of responses, or even take that to agent conversation. And WhatsApp is also interesting because it gives you a very high degree of engagement inside. You can always understand how much is the delivery rate. You can always understand how many users have read the message that you sent, and you can also get to know that how many people have clicked or interacted with the message while the previous time. WhatsApp is being used by brands in multitude of use cases. If you see, people are sending promotional messages to send out the fresh offers to the purchase update. Also, contextual targeting because of the add to cart, as well as the purchase or the payment reminders that are happening via WhatsApp. With the power of MoEngage combined with WhatsApp, what is likely happening or what is going into the hands of our customers is a really engaging platform where you need not to spray and pray. Because if you are sending out a message on WhatsApp via a platform where there is no way to segment the users, there is no way to predict the actions that the users are going to take, maybe you are just shooting out in the dark. And with MoEngage, what you can largely do is you can use the MoEngage segmentation capability to segment your users into the micro segmentation that you want to target on WhatsApp. You can also use MoEngage prediction to kind of engage the customers to drive a conversion or to drive an engagement, as well as to also prevent the churn from happening. And on top of that, you also have funnels. MoEngage stands for actionable insights, and what we mean by actionable insights is that you can directly act on the funnel drop-offs and take them directly to the campaign. So you can also close those funnel leakages and directly take those users and engage them on WhatsApp. On top of that, you also have RFM segments, which tells you that what are the users who are potential loyalists, or what are the users who need actual attention, or what are the users who are probably going to sleep. And you can also combine that with WhatsApp, because you can now target all these segments directly on WhatsApp using MoEngage. And I think you have heard enough from me. I would like to invite our friend Karan from Airtel Extreme, who their team have been using a lot of messages on WhatsApp and have been kind of trying to drive the activation, engagement, and retention. So I would like to invite Karan and share the story.
Hello everyone, I am Karan Gandhi. I lead revenue and subscription for Airtel Extreme. I love to spend time with my cat and like to play online games. In Airtel Extreme, we like to pick the most impactful use case and solve for it so that we can help customers to resolve their problems. Today I am here to talk on one such growth engagement we had with MoEngage that resulted in a success. Now I would like to continue with Airtel Extreme. Airtel Extreme is about to revolutionize how OTT content is consumed in India. We are basically solving consumers' real-life problem, and that is across all OTT platforms. One is sorry, please don't raise that. So one is basic consistent user experience across all platforms. There is seamless content discovery. And the third is managing subscription across various OTT platforms. These are the three challenges that we are facing right now because we have so much of OTT players available. We have Netflix, we have Amazon, now we have so much of regional players coming on. So now how to solve it? So we have two very innovative product lineup. One is Extreme Premium, which gives you access to more than 10,000 blockbuster hits across 14 OTT platforms, which are national and regional, all in one place with just one subscription that can control everything. The second is Extreme Mobile App, which is basically a small screen OTT solution that is bundled with telco recharge for the masses. We just wanted to scale this up. The slide is changed, it's okay. We wanted to scale this up. But ultimately we are in business content. We can't just communicate to the customer. We need to communicate to the customer so that it remains impactful, so that it remains engaged, customer remains engaged, and we can persuade him to download and subscribe to Airtel Extreme. And for that, I think WhatsApp is an amazing channel because it has access. It gives us access to 500 million users in India, and it can deliver images. For example, it can deliver posters, it can deliver trailers for us, it can deliver the release calendar to customers that when a movie is releasing. So all those functionalities are there with WhatsApp, and it can give you a clear CTA. It can give you a button whether you want to download the app, or you want to play a content, or you just want to subscribe for a pack. We want to do that, but we want to do that very quickly. So here MoEngage came in for help. You will not believe that using MoEngage connectors, we simply plugged in WhatsApp as a channel and composed our messages and sent to customers. All of this happened within a week. On Monday we started, and on Friday we were sending the messages to customers. That was heads off, no sprints, no races. Like we were on business from the next week. These are a few examples. On the left, you can see how paid SMS looks like. We actually conducted a survey with our customers that why initially people were not picking up our subscriptions, why they were not engaging. They were saying that, यार दिन में 50 सेशंस आते हैं, मैं आपको मैसेज कैसे लिखूं? मतलब why उसमें क्या है? I don't want to read so much of text. There is an image, there is an engagement that is missing in the channel. So on the right you can see how WhatsApp message looks like. You can see on the top there is an image, there can be a trailer, there is a complete communication that you want to give, engaging communication, then a proper CPA. This actually, the impact, if I have to call, impact was mind blowing for us. Numbers are on the screen, but I won't tell you. For few of our campaigns, our delivery rates were as high as 95%, and our subscription rates were as high as 20%. Never heard of, but it was mind-boggling for us. And now we are planning to use WhatsApp via MoEngage for all our CRM activities. For example, like acquisition, subscription, and then most importantly, renewals. This is a platform that we are now planning to go with. Over to Nalin.
Thank you, Karan, for sharing these wonderful insights. I think with the impact, it seems that possible will work wonders for your team. So, moving on from here, I think the next thing that I wanted to talk about is very, very close to every digital brand or every digital business in terms of that in the current market which is prevailing, we all see that the customer attention is continuously reducing. The attention is very low, probably at an all-time low, and the competition for that attention is probably at all-time high. And what basically is going to be the balancing the equation is relevance. Unless you are able to deliver the relevance to your customer, they are not going to provide their attention to you. Customers these days, they expect the brands to deliver the personalized experiences to them. They expect digital platforms to know all about the customer preferences. They want you to deliver a personalized experience so that their time to purchase can be cut down. The content that is showing them to them is relevant, so that whole their consumption cycle is kind of accelerated. I think a lot of us would have seen all these kind of creators on Amazon, where you kind of look out for a product and then they kind of come back and say, hey, would you want this? Or if you're looking at this, why not look at this? And all this personalized experience that we're talking about, it basically helps Amazon to kind of improve the ROI on whatever the impressions or anyone who is visiting their website. It in turn increases their conversion rates as well as improve the LTV that they can get from that customer. Why? Because the customer feels that they are being listened to. The know the customer. That's what they basically expect. But if you think about it, this is easier said than done, right? Because if you want to kind of create a personalized experience, there's a lot of work to be done. Brands have to probably create in-house design teams as well as data science teams to kind of understand that user preference to the last team and then kind of implement that. Once they even arrive to those personalized recommendations, they would have to go and plug it to the platform to personalize the communication or to plug it to the website to personalize the website. And that's where I think we come in with smart recommendation. We solve both these problems, be it about the investment or be it about personalizing the experience. With smart recommendations, our customers can deliver the personalized experience to their customers across multiple channels of communication. Recommendations on the basis of what a customer is looking for, recommendation on the basis of what probably they might buy after they have made a purchase. Recommendations can range on the basis of the item similarity, that if you're looking at, say, a Nike sneaker, maybe the other sneakers might be relevant or highly relevant for you. And the list goes on. It can be any one of these popular recommendations in terms of how your product catalog is performing, what are the top trending products, what are the most popular products. It can be on the basis of the items which are similar in nature, which is what are the items which are frequently bought together, what are the items which are complementary to each other. And it can also be on the basis of the user affinity, which is that what is the product that this user is really interested in based on their purchase or the browsing history. And as I mentioned that you can easily plug all these recommendations, all these smart recommendations directly into any channel of communication on MoEngage in a simple way that currently people use the personalization on MoEngage platform. You can embed it into the email to kind of send out the whole widget about what are the recent products that the person has viewed or what are the products that they would be interested in. You can kind of insert them into the web pop-ups when the customer is visiting over your website so that you can maximize that session that the customer is having with you. You can also kind of add them into push notifications when you're talking to the customer. MoEngage provides a travel push in which you can set up to 3 recommendations to your customer and realize the value of that push also that you're sending. Apart from recommendations, we have also added 3 new additions to MoEngage platform in the last few months. First thing is conditional paths and flows. As you all know, flows is a cross-channel communication journey that marketers can create. And in that, what we are allowing the conditional paths is that marketers would be able to now segregate the journey of their end users into multiple paths based on the actions or the user properties of these users. For example, you can create separate paths for the users who are loyal users versus people who are probably the discount seekers and treat them differently so that you are able to kind of create a more personalized experience for these different cohorts that you may have. We also added birthday and bill reminders where you can go about and make that personalized touch to your end user, wish them on birthday. Maybe all of us probably know that on the days like birthdays and anniversaries, maybe the customers splurge more, they buy things, they buy more things than maybe one of the others. And here is the opportunity for brand also to make these customers feel important. What we have done last year is that we have kind of brought this use case in a seamless manner, accessible for all of our customers with just like a single click segmentation that you can do. And I think we started our conversation with how we want to bring more insights to you rather than you coming to the insights. And in the same effort, what we have also done is we have rolled out something called auto reports, where on any MoEngage dashboard you can just go out and subscribe, and all these reports will be directly delivered to your inbox on a daily or weekly basis as per your demand. That is largely all from my side for today. I would like to invite Yatharth to talk about how Prio is using MoEngage to kind of lead a highly insight-led engagement journey for their customers. Welcome, Yatharth.
So I'll just quickly tell you a little bit about how fintech is changing the landscape of digital banking in India and how are we as a startup, how are we as a fintech challenger using this to really deliver great experiences for our customers. Right. So Prio is consumer neobank for millennials. And if I have to just give you a quick glimpse of what all we do, we provide multiple banking products through customers' life cycle in a very digital and a nice format. Here are some of our products. These are 4 different apps and they have crossed more than 20 million plus installs. And obviously our objective is to have to deliver great experiences for customers so that they get freedom from non-digital experiences. We just now crossed 1 million plus customer base. We have done more than 8,000 crore lifetime transaction value, and just in the last 1 year, we have gone from 85 plus cities to around 1,200 plus cities serving through the India. Now, this is just a quick gist about Prio, but coming back to what marketing journeys look like, what digital journeys look like, and I guess they are simple, right? Do you agree? Very simple, just like traversing path over this image, right? But again, I think it's very difficult and just a quick typical journey of a digital banking experience. This is how you manage the whole customer life cycle once you acquire the user, once you deliver a lot of products, once you deliver physical products, as well as let them know how the customers can go ahead and use your products, and then even manage and drive some of the business goals. So it's very difficult, it's very kind of a complex mechanism that's there. But again, it's just looking super simple right now here. Every point from point A to point B would be having at least 5 to 7 different steps. And each of those steps would actually be having funnel drop-offs, would be having uninstalls and churns, and we stand at risk of over-communicating our customers while we are trying to manage some of these red flags. Apart from this, obviously as business and growth professionals, we need to also manage some business objectives which are around giving personalized customer experience to the users, segmenting our customers accordingly, and also driving a few business and growth objectives around revenue and growth. Now, with all of this being there, imagine this is just one of the journeys that's there for one product. If you have to manage this for 5 such products in parallel for different personas of customers, that's where the complexity of the whole problem lies. And this is maybe fairly so because we are challenging the experiences that traditionally have been set in banking. So this is where a lot of effort goes into the picture, and that's where I think it's not a piece of cake. It looks maybe a little bit easy over here on the presentation, but once you start delivering this, once you start managing a lot of challenges that are there, it's pretty complex. So now let's quickly jump into how we have just solved a small part of one of that journey that I had shown you. Just assume that there is a point wherein a customer enters the flow from the top, and there is a natural drop-off that happens. And to give you guys an example, a lot of us have tried net banking purchasing while we were shopping online, and the whole experience was unfortunately broken, right? And that's where I think players like JustPay, a lot of other folks, they have come in, pioneered and given a great experience around there. But still, even today, for onboarding a customer for a digital journey, they have to go through multiple processes, and every process has a potential of very massive drop-off. So we have just set up multiple such journeys, and these journeys are just very simple, wherein customers get inside, there is a quick logic that is set up, and the moment, let's say, customers go through it, there is a potential drop-off. After a delay, an email is triggered. Just after that, there is another push notification and an SMS which is triggered. Now, obviously, there is some kind of part of conversion that will happen from there. But for the remaining customers who have dropped off and not converted, there will again be another set of different email, SMS push that will target again. And whenever a customer converts, they quickly go from one point to another. So this is just a very micro journey that is there. Imagine having multiple such journeys through, and this is, by the way, the result of this particular journey, wherein just by setting automation, if you had to do this over a database, send emails, send SMSs, send push notifications, segment them, then send, maybe even like measure their performance, exclude some of the converted customers, all of this is a lot of manual work. And this is what MoEngage, this is what marketing automation tools helps us to set kind of like a fielding in a game, that wherever there is any kind of a drop off that is potentially possible, it will just get caught automatically by the automation. Imagine this journey being multiplied by acquisition channel. So we can personalize that. These are some of the users whom we acquired from a digital marketing channel versus that of a physical marketing channel versus that of a offline or a owned media. So you can personalize journeys like this. You can even personalize journeys basis whether your user is young, whether your user is old, what is the salary segment, or what's the gender, what is the preferred language of the customer. So we have such journeys also set up. And obviously throughout the whole journey, there are various personalization points wherein you can easily call out their names, you can call out their various points about approval rate, about a lot of other stuff that is there which makes relevant sense to the user when he's choosing the product with a new brand. And all this while also A/B testing the creative and the content that you are using for getting this message across. So this is what we have been able to do to a certain level, and it's helped us a lot. At this moment, as we speak, I have just shown you guys one single journey. At this moment, as we speak, we have 200 plus such journeys automated right now in our system. Any customer goes through the funnel and there is any potential drop-off, it just quickly gets caught and moves ahead. Obviously, this requires a little bit manual work as well after you have done, but think about a marketer's time, bandwidth, and energy that has been saved just because you have set up an automation that will take care of at least 20 to 25% of your job without you getting involved on a day-to-day basis. That's one way we have been able to scale our products across multiple, our apps across multiple products. Now coming to another point, we used one of the analytics model from MoEngage's platform that is called RF model, recency, frequency, can see monetary model. And with this, what generally happens is you have a certain set of cohort of customers. You pick those customers and you quickly figure out that what is the scale at which your customer is relevant to the business, basis a few factors. I'm not going into too much technical details, but to give you guys an example, assume that group 1 customers are your best customers. They are your champions, loyals, and potentials. They spend the most, they will be very loyal to your brand, they open your app multiple times, they open your emails and your communication channels multiple times. So that's, let's say, group 1. Similarly, group 2 is basically people who have recently been active, people who are promising, etc. And group 3 is people for whom you need to pay some special attention. There is a possibility that if you as a brand or a product are not paying focus to it, they might get lost, which comes into the group number 4. So these are 4 different groups, and if you stack rank these 4 groups, the top one, group 1 is the best, and group 4 is the most worrisome, or the group that is going to give us sleepless nights. So we picked up a cohort when we implemented RFM analysis, and what we saw was, unfortunately, for that particular cohort, the skew of bad customers or customers for whom we had already lost or we really need to try very hard is very high. It was high for almost 83% for group 4 and 15% for group 3. And unfortunately, none of the champions were there. Now, we applied this and we did a lot of campaigns in the period of around 3 months. We understood, first of all, the lay of the land, that why there are some of these issues. And then we devised some engagement plans around them. What we did was, for group number 4, which was not really getting that active with the brand, we gave them multiple campaigns, we gave them personalized offers, we gave them heavy discounts, we gave them heavy offers just to lure them back into the funnel. Similarly, for group 3, we gave them time-bound offers. We gave them offers because they are, from a temperament standpoint, they are not really that angry or they are not really that lost. There is still some hope. And if you can give them a time-bound offer, make it a little bit easier for them to take a decision, you can quickly convert them. So that's the second part. And then for group number 2, who are showing some positive signs, you can start giving them some lucky draws, you can start giving them some timely reminders, start giving them some kind of a pat on the back that, wow, you've done a great job, we appreciate you as a brand. And what happened? So once we started doing all of these engagements for 3 months, let me just quickly show you how the customers moved in that particular cohort over a period of 3 months. Almost 46% people from group 4 went to group 3. Similar to movements, I'm pretty sure you can understand, but almost a net positive movement of 58.36%, which happened because of just understanding the lay of the land and sharpening your targeting and campaigning of strategy right from within the automation. Obviously, whenever this happens, there is a risk that marketers face, that there might also be a net negative movement, which is there. And sometimes whatever you do, however hard you do, people really don't respond. So there is also a no response from some of the users as well. Now, to give you guys a quick glimpse of how this changed, once we did all of this, the folio that looked like 83% in a bad bucket or 83% to be worried about, it changed and went to 38%. So that's the kind of power of automation and just understanding the analytics around your customers and then maybe changing your campaign approach accordingly. So this is something that really helped us a lot. Just wanted to quickly share a couple of instances with you guys. Obviously, all of this is great. Marketing automation tools are really helping us make our life easier. But again, I would like to just quickly call out my team. I would like to quickly call out a pat on the back and maybe everybody else's team as well. Because marketing operations, people who are running these things, they are somebody who really make the magic happen. Maybe this is kind of like a magic potion, but the ones delivering that, those are the results which are there in marketing teams. Would just request a quick clap for everybody in our team. Thank you so much. Sure. Sure. Great. Okay. So the question is, that for a lending platform, for a loan kind of a product, the customer engagement might not really be that frequent. Is that the question? Right. So what kind of engagement are you implementing on different products? And if I have to maybe just quickly have a look and give you guys a lay of the land. Yes, not everybody takes their loan, wakes up in the morning that today I have to take a loan. The frequency of this particular product is very low. Compared to, let's say, all of us, we check our account balances once a month, right? And we feel happy about it. So that's like the frequency is almost once a month, maybe even quite more. But if you look at, let's say, other products that we have, which is more around shopping product, which is a buy now, pay later product, we have cards that are there. There are instances wherein we are able to let the customers know that here's how the movement has happened on your credit profile. So these are some of the use cases that we as Video as a brand are tackling. Now, what engagement content are we using? It completely depends on different products and the interaction of user with that product in the journey that they are in with some of our products. So for example, for a buy now pay later product that we run, scan now pay later, what happens is there is a user who has used it for multiple times. So one of the engagement strategy can be that you just quickly show them that in the last 2 months, this is how your spending patterns have changed. So that can be maybe just one of the engagement strategy which will help them understand that, oh, okay, you are letting me know about my spending pattern. This is how it can help me. Similarly, for a lending product, yes, lending product cannot I would say, users don't really feel that much frequent about it. But what can be done is, every time there is any kind of a possible month end or any kind of a prediction wherein maybe customers might require extra spending, you can just nudge them, remind them a little bit that here's your available limit. It's there in your pocket. You obviously don't have to use it. But again, if you wish, it's available. So just a few nudges like these, once you have set up inside the automation, really helps a lot. I hope I have been able to answer query. Thank you. Any more questions?
We'll just take the questions later. We'll continue the flow, and we have a dedicated time to answer all your questions. Thank you so much for understanding.
I can catch up with you separately. Thank you. Thanks, Siddharth. I think that's I think this is one of the best customer stories that I have seen over the recent past, and I wanted to make sure that we all hear it. And it really validates the insights-led approach. I think how the Prio team actually found an insight through the parameter models, and then take those insights into kind of creating the engagement strategy, and how that impacted the metrics and showed the impact back then, right? So I think and I really like this part, and this is the reason we are doing the growth community, because we know that it's just not about offering a great platform. It's about enabling everyone in the growth community to actually know how to make the best use of the platform, right? And that's the really important reason, and really, I think, completely aligned to what we do here. So we also have a couple of announcements as well. Yeah. So especially on the ecosystem. So from the ecosystem standpoint at MoEngage, so the growth community is one part of our ecosystem. The second part of our ecosystem is the whole partners. At MoEngage, we want to build an ecosystem of products and partners which will help consumer brands drive growth and improve customer experience. So that is a spectrum of area that we want to operate in. Towards that initiative, we have been strengthening our ecosystem of partners which will help you better scale and succeed faster. And we have refreshed our partner ecosystem program, and we call it today as MoEngage Catalyst. So MoEngage Catalyst is basically a suite of partners across various different types. These partners can be technology partners. These could be various technologies that you have in your marketing and data stack that you are using it for various use cases. These could be around attribution platforms. These could be around recommendation tools or product analytics tools or even data warehouses or even coupon and loyalty management solutions. So these all would fall into the technology partner sort of set. And we already have over 50 technology partners, and we actually created a new team within MoEngage to invest into building more and more integrations with various technology products that you are using in your marketing and data stack. And that's going to be a big part of our focus. And the second part of our partner ecosystem is the agency partners. So we have various agencies which are MarTech focused, agencies which are email focused, and very specialized to app marketing as well. And we actually kind of created this global set of agencies across various geographies that we operate in, which can actually complement your team, which can actually kind of add additional capabilities to your team and help you execute faster in terms of your marketing operations and so on. Then we have the reseller partners. These are partners which will help us kind of take MoEngage to every country in the world. So we have reseller partners which are helping us take MoEngage to geographies like Africa, Eastern Europe, and also in Japan and other various geographies as well. So we currently have over 20 reseller partners, and we would want to continue to expand our ecosystem of reseller partners as well. And then we have the other set of partners which are your consulting firms which are basically enabling enterprises undergo digital transformation. And also system integrators which are helping enterprises implement these solutions like MoEngage. Right? So these are the broad set of partners, and we already have over 150 partners across these 4 sets, and we are constantly investing into expanding this partner ecosystem. And towards this direction, we have some of the key technology integrations that we're announcing today. I would like to start with announcing our integration with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Customer Insights. So Dynamics 365 Customer Insights is a real-time customer data platform which is leveraged by a lot of enterprises, and especially enterprises which actually have their sales marketing, which are already leveraging the sales and marketing applications of Dynamics 365. So today we are enabling a very seamless integration that if you are an enterprise who already integrated the Dynamics 365 CDE to unify your security of your customer and create segments, you can actually kind of push those segments to MoEngage at any point of time and create highly personalized campaigns across over 10 channels that we need to be supported. And the best part about our integration is that it also pushes back all the campaign interaction data back to the Dynamics 365 CDP as well. So this integration will be live in the coming months, and this has been in the works for some time. And this will be especially useful for the enterprises which are leveraging Microsoft Dynamics 365 products. And the second most important integration that we are announcing today is a very tighter and deeper integration with Shopify. So we are Shopee customers which are basically have built their commerce experiences on Shopify is the fastest growing customer segment for MoEngage. And over the last 2 years, we have seen many B2C brands launch their businesses on Shopify, and a lot of B2C brands want to actually manage first-party data and have their direct B2C experiences and drive growth of their B2C experiences, right? We realize that it's really important to have a very native integration and have an integration which makes it very easy for a marketing person to kind of get started. So our integration enables you to, it's a simple one-click, no-code integration, just directly within the MoEngage platform, which basically where you just enter your Shopify URL, and automatically kind of once you just do the integration within minutes, we will be enabling a real-time data sync, which includes the data of user profiles and also all the data around your product views, cart events, purchase events, data around your email, mobile number, all of the data gets automatically passed to MoEngage. So this is really going to enable all of our commerce customers to really personalize experiences across the website, email, SMS, and all the touch points that we support. And along with these 2 integrations, we are also announcing like other integrations which are part of different ecosystems. We are announcing integrations with customer data platforms like TDM and Rudderstack. If you are using those platforms to unify data from various different data sources, you can plug in those CDPs to MoEngage and then push data to the MoEngage platform. We also are seeing interesting companies which are doing interesting aspects around content personalization. We have a couple of companies like Mobile and Raviteja, which we basically build integrations with. And if you look at channels like SMS and WhatsApp, they become very conversational, very two-way. We also build integrations with conversational platforms like Oraserve and Workflow, which will enable you to kind of create two-way chatbot workflows. We also saw that a lot of product managers want to do experimentation and do A/B tests on the experience with the app. So we also launched integration with A/B testing. And we also see there's significant adoption of the cloud data warehouses like Snowflake, BigQuery, and Redshift. And if you're holding all your customer data in these customer data warehouses, you can use a platform like Lightouch to bring data from the data warehouses to MoEngage as well. And you can also use Lightouch audiences to kind of bring audiences from the data warehouses to MoEngage as well. And then we also saw the value of the, I think Kita was talked about the offers and promotions. So there are tools like Talon which will enable you to kind of create these very personalized coupons and vouchers, and that's something also we enable. So these are some of the key integrations that we announced today, but it's just the start of our overall focus on the partner ecosystem, and over the years we'll see a lot more technology applications that are available on the MoEngage platform with the one-click integration, and that's something that we're working towards. So with that, I just want to share our vision, which is towards building the world's most trusted customer engagement platform for consumer brands worldwide, and that's what we're working towards. And